Bad news indeed. Bella twins feuding. I have a problem with this. Bella twins feuding. Emphasis on twins. Look, I love these girls. I really do. I've always been. We've known that. I've always been a big supporter, big fan of them. But this just doesn't work, okay? Or at least I don't think it's going to work. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, just like I thought that WWE wouldn't have the grapefruits to allow Brock Lesnar to win. I thought that for sure, ultimately, they would cave in and John Cena would win. I was glad I was wrong about that. I hope that I'd be wrong about how this Bella Twins thing is going to play out. I was saying for weeks I feared the Bella Twins split would come, and indeed, my fear with that became a reality. Look, they're twins. That's their presentation. And while I'm all for these two girls getting to brand themselves, they look the same. So now we got to start constantly making sure we identify separate looks, not more than just their boob size, but we got obviously the colors. One's wearing Brie Mode, one's wearing Fearless Nikki. Total Divas. I mean, I know that we all know it's a show, wrestling's a show, and Total Divas a reality show, but still seeing them together, they share a Twitter account for reality's sake. Come on now. They share a Twitter. I have a real problem with how this is going to go. In the history of professional wrestling, sibling rivalry, I just don't think pans out too well. Owen and Brett were an exception, but I think they were an exception because Owen and Brett were never really linked together. They had been in the WWE together for a couple years, but Owen was on the opposite end of the spectrum, not looking anything like Brett, not wearing anything like Brett, not being booked anything like Brett. He was a jobber while Brett was a star, and then they started to pair them together for a few months as a family thing. Jealous younger brother ended up turning his back on older big brother. It worked. Rick and Scott Steiner didn't work too well. They were back together before we knew it. Matt and Jeff Hardy did a little bit better, but still, I had a hard time completely buying into it to an extent. I think a lot of people did. Bottom line, Bella Twins, they worked, all right? Don't mess up what's a good thing. Don't stop. Just stop this. I'm not a fan of this Bella Twin thing. While the Nikki slap to Brie on Raw was done well, it looked good, and Stephanie's all excited for Nikki. I just don't know how much this can get. Look, this might be a great little feud for a month or two, but then what? Then what? After we feud and have a match, even if it's a great match, then what? Do they stay apart forever or no? They'll be back together by Christmas. So what was the point? Not a fan. Come on, man. 412-320-7925. sportstalk@tribweb.com. Tweet me at Justin LaBar. We'll take your calls. We'll talk all about SummerSlam week. And at 2:30, we'll be joined by Sam Roberts from Sirius Satellite Radio.